Hello everyone, it's Nootan Deep and welcome back to my channel. And I just wanted to ask you that what sort of difficulties are you facing when you do your speaking practicing, and what are the reasons behind it? So I just want to put my way and my experiences in front of you. Okay. And the thing is, the difficulties, the problems when you do your speaking practicing. Before this, I just want to congratulate you if you are doing speaking practicing, because when you have started to do your speaking practicing, that means you have taken a head start. At least you are doing your speaking practicing. There are lots of people out there, they don't even try to do speaking practicing to learn English. Speaking is important, and without doing speaking practicing, you cannot learn how to speak English. To speak, you must know how to speak. Whether you make mistakes, it's okay. At least you have started your journey. You are in that path to learn English, to speak English, most of it to speak English. Okay, so you have taken a head start. At least you are doing your speaking practicing. Okay, so when you do your speaking practicing, sometimes it feels like you are going to be stuck somewhere, and somewhere you feel like the content is missing. And it happened with me many a times, and sometimes it happens with me nowadays, because I do not do my speaking practicing. I only do my speaking practicing through to this camera while talking to you in English. That's how I do my speaking practicing. So me and you are at the same level, and our path of learning English and speaking English is same. So we can do lots of things, we can put lots of efforts in it if we do speaking practicing. And that's the main thing, the major thing is that you have to do your speaking practicing. Okay, so when it comes to do speaking practicing, it feels like the content is missing. And why does it happen? It is just because of the lacking of your studying. You are not studying that much. Your studying is not sufficient as enough as it should be. Okay, you have to do your studies. You have to read out loud. You have to read something, anything that interests you. You have to study and read it out loud. Whatever you are reading, you have to read it out loud. Okay, that's how when you read it out loud, you will also listen yourself, how you are talking, how you are pronouncing the words. Okay, so this will improve your way of speaking, way of using words, some particular or concrete words. Okay, so you need to do your reading practicing. Also, you must have some daily uses vocabularies in your mind. You need to collect that. When you do your study, you must know some daily uses words, vocabularies. Okay, that will enhance your speaking skills, because sometimes it happens when it comes to speak up in English, we forget the exact word, and the exact word is not coming up. It feels like that. Okay, so you have to study, you have to collect some daily uses words, vocabularies in your mind, as well as you have to use them. It should not be happening that you are collecting lots of words, but when it comes to vocalize that, you are not being able to do that. It should not be happening. Okay, So why I'm telling you this? Because it will definitely happen if you are not doing so, if you are not doing your speaking practicing. Whenever you come to know any sort of good or interesting vocabulary, then learn that, remember that, and speak it out loud. When you do so, you are listening the word, and throughout the day you have to remember that word and recall that particular word that you have earlier learned. Okay, when you do so, you are not going to forget that word. Okay, also when it comes to talk in English with somebody, you have to use that word with any sentence. Just form that sentence and deliberately you have to use that. You have to utilize that word in a sentence and then speak it out loud. When you do so, you are not going to forget that word. Okay, and the other thing is that, which I wanted to tell you, first reason is that behind it, that you are not being able to speak up in English, that sometimes it feels like you are lacking your study. And apart from this, the other reason is that, to my mind, that you are not doing your practicing, your speaking practicing consistently. You need to be consistent. Okay, when you do your speaking practicing, you have to get your voice recorded at least for 15 and 20 minutes and talk in that duration. Okay, that should be done. Then you will have the capacity to talk, to speak out your thoughts in English with anyone. So this you have to do. You have to make your mind prepare to do this. And how will you do so? By doing lots of speaking practicing. Just make your time on a daily basis, make at least 15 or 20 minutes for your own, and then talk in English. This is the condition. You'll have to have the willingness, the enthusiasm within yourself. You need to think it so carefully, inwardly, that what you actually want in reality, it should be authentic. The answer should be authentic. Okay, the real, that do you want yourself to have the command over English language, and you want to explore yourself in English. See, because of lacking speaking practicing, sometimes I'm talking about myself, sometimes I go stuck, sometimes I pronounce the word in not appropriate way, sometimes I pronounce any word in wrong way, or sometimes I feel like I'm not going to use that particular word. It is all because of lacking of my speaking practicing. I don't have anyone to talk with in English. That's why it happens with me. But maybe you have that person, then just make that moment useful and make your speaking practicing useful for yourself. And how will you do so? By doing lots of speaking practicing with your partner, with your friends, with your relatives in English without getting hesitating. When you do so, you will have the confidence automatically, and it starts from first step, that you have to take your head start. So that's all for today. Thank you.